Before we begin, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because your support is what will encourage us to do more. Thank you so much for subscribing. Now, let's begin.
Miss Brooks, get down! The scream came a second too late. Nia Brooks froze as the deafening crack of a gunshot ripped through the grand ballroom. Gasps exploded around her. Women screamed. Champagne glasses shattered against marble floors. And before anyone could react, Jung Tae-min lunged across the table and tackled her to the ground. Another bullet tore through the crystal chandelier above them. Glass rained everywhere. "Move!" Tae-min barked. His voice wasn't cold anymore. It was desperate, terrified. He wrapped his body around hers as security agents flooded the room. People were running, crying, falling over each other. The annual Hanseong charity gala had turned into chaos, and somebody had just tried to kill Jung Tae-min, but they almost killed Nia instead. 3 months earlier. Nia Brooks never imagined that restoring old paintings would drag her into a nightmare. At 28, she had built a respectable life in Seoul. Born and raised in Chicago, she had moved to South Korea after earning a reputation as one of the most talented art conservators in the United States. Her friends thought she was crazy. "Girl, you seriously moving halfway around the world?" her best friend Zariah asked over FaceTime. "Why not?" Nia laughed. "Life's too short to stay comfortable." Now she lived in a cozy apartment overlooking the Han River and spent her days preserving historical masterpieces, peaceful, simple, predictable, until Hanseong Group called. The opportunity was too prestigious to reject. She was escorted through the massive Hanseong estate by nervous staff members. Everyone acted strangely, too quiet, too careful, as if breathing too loudly could cost them their jobs. Then she met him, Jung Tae-min, 32, vice chairman of Hanseong Group, handsome, powerful, and emotionally unavailable. He stood by the window in a tailored black suit, cold eyes, sharp features, not even bothering to look at her. "You have 6 weeks," he said flatly. Nia blinked. "That's your hello?" Tae-min finally looked over. "And you're American. And you're rude." His eyebrow rose. She smiled. He didn't. "Interesting," he muttered. "What?" "You're the first person who's spoken to me like that." "Well, congratulations." Something strange happened then. The corner of his mouth almost twitched. Almost. But it disappeared before she could tell if she'd imagined it. He handed her a file. "My father's late wife commissioned these paintings before she died." "Your mother?" "No." His voice instantly hardened. "She died 20 years ago." Nia sensed something. Pain. Deep pain. Something broken. She decided not to push. Not yet. For weeks she worked quietly inside the private gallery, and every day she saw the same thing. Everyone feared Jung Tae-min, but nobody understood him. Servants trembled around him. Executives bowed excessively. Even his own father treated him more like an employee than a son. Yet behind those icy eyes, Nia saw loneliness. One evening she found him alone. Rain poured outside. He stood by the window, whiskey untouched. "You know, staring dramatically into the rain only works in K-dramas," Nia teased. He glanced at her. "You talk too much. And you don't talk enough. Perhaps that's why we coexist." She laughed. "Is that a joke?" "No." It sounded suspiciously like one. He almost smiled again. Almost. "Why are you still working?" he asked. "You first." "I asked first." "Nope, you answer." He sighed. "I dislike sleeping." "Nightmares?" His silence answered. Nia softened. "You know, you don't always have to carry everything alone." Tae-min looked away. "You know nothing about me." "True. Then stop pretending." I'm not pretending. She stepped closer. I just think lonely people recognize lonely people. His eyes widened. For the first time in years, somebody saw him. Not the vice chairman, not the heir, not the billionaire. Just him. And it scared him. Days later, while restoring an antique portrait, Nia discovered something strange. There was another layer beneath the canvas, hidden, carefully concealed. She frowned. That's weird. Using delicate tools, she slowly exposed the hidden compartment, and her heart nearly stopped. Inside was an old photograph. A young woman, beautiful, holding a little boy. Written on the back in Korean were 4 words. He isn't your son. Nia's blood ran cold. Footsteps approached. She quickly hid the picture. Jung Tae-min entered. Finished for today?
His eyes narrowed. What's wrong? Nothing. He studied her face. You're a terrible liar. Am I? Yes. His voice softened unexpectedly. Did something happen? Nia forced a smile. No. But her heart was pounding, because the little boy in the photograph looked exactly like Jung Tae-min, and suddenly she understood something terrifying. Someone had hidden this picture. Someone had desperately wanted it never found. And if the words on the back were true, then Jung Tae-min had been living a lie for 20 years. Neither of them knew it, but upstairs, behind a slightly open door, a pair of eyes had seen everything, and a woman whispered quietly to herself. So, a chilling smile spread across her face. The painting finally opened. She picked up her phone. Get rid of the girl. And downstairs, completely unaware that her life was now in danger, Nia Brooks smiled at the man whose entire world was about to collapse. Good night, Mr. Jung. Tae-min looked at her for a moment, longer than usual, and for reasons he couldn't explain, he suddenly had a terrible feeling, like something precious was about to be taken from him. The next morning, Nia woke up with an uneasy feeling she couldn't explain. Maybe it was the photograph, maybe it was the words written on the back, or maybe it was the expression on Tae-min's face when he'd looked at her the night before. Something was changing, and she could feel it. She arrived at the Hanseong estate early, but halfway through the hallway, one of the maids rushed toward her. Miss Brooks. The elderly woman looked nervous. Chairwoman Jung Hae-rin wishes to see you. Nia smiled politely. Already? I didn't know she knew I existed. The maid swallowed hard. Everyone knows when the chairwoman notices someone. Something about that answer made Nia uncomfortable. She followed the maid into a luxurious sitting room. Jung Hae-rin sat elegantly in a cream-colored dress sipping tea. Everything about her screamed wealth and grace. But her eyes, they were cold, calculating. Miss Brooks, she said pleasantly, you're prettier than I expected. Nia smiled. Thank you. Sit. Nia sat down. Tea? Sure. Hae-rin poured tea herself. You've adjusted to Korea well. I love it here. And Hanseong? So far? Nia shrugged. Interesting place. The older woman laughed softly. Yes, we have many interesting things hidden inside this family. Nia nearly choked. What? Nothing. Hae-rin smiled. I merely hope you'll focus on your work. Of course. And stay away from things that don't concern you. Now Nia understood. This wasn't tea, it was a warming. Before she could answer, the door opened. Jung Tae-min stepped inside. His eyes immediately hardened. Mother? Nia noticed it instantly. There was no affection, no warmth, nothing. Why wasn't I informed? Hae-rin smiled. She seemed lonely. She isn't. Nia blinked. Excuse me? Tae-min ignored her. Miss Brooks has work. Hae-rin looked amused. How protective. Don't start. Must I ask permission before speaking to your employees? She doesn't work for you. Silence. Nia's eyes widened. Even Hye-rin looked surprised. Interesting, she said softly. Tae-min looked at Nia. Come. Outside the room, Nia stared at him. What was that? Nothing. You almost bit her head off. She talks too much. So do I. Exactly. She laughed. You hate everybody, don't you? No. Who do you like? He paused. Then he quietly answered. My secretary. She laughed harder. Poor man. And? He stopped. And? He looked away. Forget it. But Nia smiled. You almost said my name. You imagined it. Sure. That evening, she finally decided to tell him about the photograph. She found him in his office. Tae-min. He looked up immediately. He always looked up immediately when she called his name. She noticed. He didn't. What happened? Can I ask you something? Yes. Do you remember your mother? His expression changed. His voice became quieter. Some things. What kind of things? She liked flowers. He smiled faintly. Lilies. Every room smelled of lilies. He looked distant. I remember her singing. She always called me her miracle. Nia's heart tightened. Your miracle? He nodded. Strange, isn't it? What? She couldn't have children. Nia froze. What? She was infertile. What? She adopted me.
Nia blinked. Adopted? That wasn't what the photograph suggested. Then, she died when I was 12. He looked down. I found her body. Nia gasped. What? She overdosed. His voice cracked. She left me. For the first time since she'd met him, his voice broke. She chose pills over me. Nia walked closer. Tae-min? She abandoned me. No. Yes. No. His eyes rose. No. No mother leaves her child because she wants to. His eyes became glassy. You don't know that. Neither do you. He laughed bitterly. She never said goodbye. Nia gently squeezed his hand. You were 12. His breathing shook. She loved you. You don't know that. No? She smiled sadly. But I know what a loved child looks like. He stared at her. And you look like one. His eyes reddened. Nobody had ever said that to him, not once in 20 years. He quickly stood. You should go home. You're crying. I'm not. You are. No. Yes. He turned away, and she hugged him. Tae-min froze, completely froze. Nobody hugged him. Nobody. Not after his mother died, not after his father buried himself in work, not after Hye-rin entered their lives, not after 20 years of loneliness. His arms slowly moved, and before he realized it, he hugged her back, tightly, as if she'd disappear. Neither noticed the security camera recording everything, and upstairs, Hye-rin stared at the monitor. Her smile disappeared. No. Her voice became icy. No woman gets that close again. She picked up her phone. Do it tonight. Hours later, Nia left the estate. Rain poured heavily. She opened her umbrella and headed toward her car. That's when headlights appeared. Fast. Too fast. Nia froze. The black SUV accelerated, straight toward her. Oh my God! Tires screamed. The vehicle aimed directly at her. At the last second, someone grabbed her. They rolled across the pavement. Crash! The SUV smashed into a wall and sped away. Nia was breathing hard. Strong arms surrounded her. Tae-min? His face was terrifying. Not afraid, furious. Are you hurt? She shook her head. Tae-min? Are you hurt? No. His hands trembled, actually trembled. Thank God. He pulled her against his chest, and for the first time in years, Jung Tae-min was visibly shaken. His voice cracked. "You scared me." Nia looked up. "You followed me? You forgot your phone." He held it up. "But when I came outside," his voice turned deadly. "That car wasn't an accident." Police arrived, security arrived, the chairman arrived, even Hyrin appeared. "Oh dear," she embraced Nia. "You poor thing." But while everyone panicked, Tae-min noticed something strange. For 1 second, just 1 second, he saw disappointment in Hyrin's eyes. Not concern, disappointment, as if she had expected something else, as if she had expected Nia to be dead. That night he couldn't sleep. He replayed everything, the strange smile, the timing, the warning she had given Nia. Something wasn't right. At 2 a.m, he got dressed and drove to Nia's apartment. She opened the door wearing pajamas. "Tae-min?" His eyes looked troubled. "Can I come in?" "What happened?" "I don't know." His voice was quiet. "But..." He looked scared.
And Nia had never seen him scared. "Something bad is happening, and I don't know who to trust anymore." Nia gently took his hand. "You can trust me." His eyes softened. "Are you sure?" "Yes. Even if it gets dangerous." She smiled. "You know, you ask weird questions. Answer me." "Yes." His voice became almost a whisper. "Then promise me something." "What?" "If anything happens, Tae-min, promise me." She sighed. "Okay." His eyes locked onto hers. "Don't leave me." Nia smiled softly. "I'm not going anywhere." Neither of them noticed the sniper scope watching through the window from the building across the street. A finger slowly touched the trigger, and a voice whispered through an earpiece, "Take the shot." But another voice interrupted. "Negative." "Why?" "New orders." "From who?" A cold female voice answered. "From me." Inside a luxury penthouse miles away, Jung Tae-min stared at a photograph. Not of Tae-min, not of the chairman, but another young man. And tears filled her eyes. "Soon," she whispered. "Soon you'll finally get what belongs to you." And for the first time in 20 years, the woman everyone feared smiled. Because her greatest secret was finally beginning to move, and she was prepared to kill anyone who stood in her way. By sunrise, Jung Tae-min was still sitting on Nia's couch. He hadn't slept. Neither had she. The television played quietly in the background while the rain continued outside. Nia emerged from the kitchen carrying 2 mugs. "You know," she said, placing one in front of him, "most people bring flowers when they visit a woman's apartment at 2 a.m. Tae-min looked up. "Flowers are impractical." She smiled. "Romantic." "I wasn't trying to be romantic." "No?" "No." "Then why are you here?" He opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Because he didn't know. All he knew was that after almost losing her, the thought of being away from her had suddenly become unbearable. Nia sat beside him. "You really don't know how to answer simple questions." "Do I need a reason?" "No." "Good." Silence. Then she smiled. "You like me?" His head snapped toward her. "No." "You do?" "No." "You followed me home." "You forgot your phone." "You came at 2 a.m. "You almost died." "You stayed all night." "You could have died." "You care." His jaw tightened. "I care about competent employees." She burst out laughing. "You are absolutely terrible at this." "Terrible at what?" "Feelings." He looked offended. "I have feelings." "Name 3. Irritation. That's 1. Annoyance. Same thing. Disappointment." Nia laughed so hard tears formed.
Mr. Jung, those aren't feelings, those are personality flaws. To his own surprise, Tae-min laughed. Actually laughed. Not a small smile, not a smirk, a genuine laugh. Nia froze. Oh my God. What? You laugh? He immediately stopped. Forget that happened. No, she grabbed his arm. That was adorable. It wasn't. It was. It absolutely wasn't. You looked human. His face darkened. I am human. Barely. He stared at her. Then suddenly, without warning, he smiled. A real smile. And Nia's heart skipped. Because Jung Tae-min was beautiful when he smiled. Dangerously beautiful. And for some reason, he only seemed to smile around her. 3 days later, they found themselves spending more time together. Too much time. Lunches, coffee breaks, arguments, conversations, late-night drives. Even the staff noticed, and nobody was more disturbed than Jung Tae-min. She stood outside the garden pavilion and watched as Nia laughed while teaching Tae-min how to use an American card game. You cheated. I calculated. You cheated. I optimized. You are literally impossible. I've said that before. Because it's true. Then Nia flicked Tae-min's forehead. Tae-min blinked. The bodyguards gasped. One servant dropped a tray. Nobody touched Jung Tae-min. But instead of anger, he simply stared at Nia and smiled. Jung Tae-min's face turned pale. Not because of the woman, because of the smile. The exact same smile. The smile his mother used to bring out of him. No, she whispered. No. Memories flashed through her mind. A little boy laughing. A beautiful woman singing.
Blood. Pills. A scream and guilt. Terrible guilt. She quickly turned away. Meanwhile, Nia finally decided she couldn't hide the photograph anymore. She found Tae-min inside his office. There's something I need to show you. He looked up immediately. What's wrong? She closed the door, then slowly placed the old photograph in front of him. His eyes narrowed. What is this? I found it behind one of the paintings. He picked it up. His breathing stopped. The little boy, the woman, and the words, "He isn't your son." Tae-min went completely still. What? His voice broke. What is this? I don't know. Who wrote this? I don't know. Who is she? I don't know. He stood up. His face had gone white. This is sick. Tae-min, this is sick. His voice exploded. Somebody's playing games. He threw the picture onto the desk. No. He was breathing heavily. My mother loved me. She did. She chose me. She did. She died. Yes. So what is this? His eyes became wet. His voice cracked. What is this? Nia gently held his hand. We don't know yet. No. He shook his head. No. But his hands trembled, because for the first time in 20 years, doubt entered his heart. That same evening, Tae-min secretly ordered an investigation, and 2 days later, his private investigator called. Vice Chairman. What? There's something strange. What? The adoption records. Yes? They don't exist. Silence. What? They were erased. His blood froze. Impossible. And, the investigator hesitated, the doctor who signed your mother's death certificate died 6 months later. What? In a car accident. Tae-min stood, his voice lowered. Keep talking. The nurse who worked with him disappeared. And? Vice Chairman. Yes? Someone has spent 20 years erasing everything. The phone slipped from Tae-min's hand. 20 years. 20 years. He drove straight to Nia. She opened the door and immediately knew something was wrong. Tae-min? He entered without speaking. Tae-min! His eyes were red. Nia. What happened? He looked broken. My records. What? They don't exist. What? My adoption papers. Tae-min. They erased them. His breathing shook. Someone erased everything. He laughed bitterly. Who am I? Tae-min. Who am I? His voice cracked. Who am I? And then he broke, completely. 20 years of pain, 20 years of loneliness, 20 years of pretending. He dropped to his knees and cried. Not silently, not elegantly. He sobbed. And Nia knelt beside him. Tae-min, what if I was unwanted? No. What if she abandoned me? No. What if she never loved me? No. She held his face. She loved you. You don't know that. I know because nobody hides photographs to erase something ugly. His tears stopped. She smiled softly. People hide beautiful things when they're afraid they'll lose them. He stared at her. You really believe that? Yes. Even if I'm not his son? Yes. Even if everything is a lie? Yes. Why? She smiled. Because you're Tae-min. His eyes filled again. And because, she laughed nervously, I kind of like you. He froze. What? She blushed. You heard me. Nia. Forget it. No. His voice softened. No. He stepped closer. Nia. And before either of them could think, he kissed her, softly, carefully, as if she might disappear.
And when she kissed him back, for the first time in 20 years, Jung Tae-min felt peace. But 3 floors below him, inside the underground parking garage, a man stepped out of a black car. He wore a baseball cap and gloves, and in his hand was a photograph of Nia. He looked at it, then smiled. She really does look like her. He pulled out his phone. Chairwoman. Yes? I found the girl. Silence. Then Hai-rin whispered, Good. The man frowned. Do I eliminate her? No. Then what? Hai-rin's voice trembled strangely. Bring her to me. Alive. The man looked confused. Why? And for the first time in 20 years, Jung Hai-rin cried. Because the secret she had buried with blood and lies was about to come back and destroy everyone, including herself. The kiss should have changed everything. Instead, it changed nothing. And somehow, it changed everything. The next morning, Jung Tae-min sat in his office pretending to work while staring at the same email for 15 minutes. His secretary, Kang Min-suk, stood quietly across from him. Vice Chairman? No response. Vice Chairman? Still nothing. Sir? Tae-min blinked. What? You have been looking at a blank screen. No, I haven't. You have. Tae-min cleared his throat. I was thinking. About Miss Brooks? Tae-min looked up sharply. What? Min-suk smiled. Congratulations.
For what? You finally look alive. Tae-min frowned. What does that mean? It means you smiled at your coffee this morning. I did not. You absolutely did. I was tired. You are in love. Tae-min nearly dropped his pen. Ridiculous. Yes. Absurd. Certainly. I don't love anybody. Of course. Stop agreeing with me. Fine. Min-suk grinned. You are hopelessly in love. Tae-min glared. Get out. Yes, sir. And Min-suk? Yes? Delete this conversation from your memory. The secretary laughed. Impossible. Meanwhile, Nia couldn't stop smiling, which annoyed her because she was trying very hard not to smile. She was failing miserably. Girl, you kissed him? Zariah screamed through FaceTime. No, he kissed me. Wait. Zariah sat up. The billionaire robot kissed you? He is not a robot. Last month you called him emotionally constipated. He still is. So what changed? Nia smiled softly. Nothing. Oh, honey, Zariah grinned. That smile says everything. Nia sighed. He's broken, Z. Broken men still deserve love. He thinks nobody loves him. Then love him. Nia smiled softly. I'm trying. That same afternoon, Chairman Jung Tae-min suddenly summoned Tae-min. The old man rarely requested meetings. He demanded them. Tae-min entered his father's office. You called? Chairman Jung stared at him. You look different. What? Happier. Tae-min remained silent. His father sighed. You resemble her. Who? Your mother. His eyes widened. My mother? Yes. When you smile. Silence. Then the chairman smiled sadly. I miss her. It was the first personal thing his father had said in years, and it caught him off guard. Father, do you blame me? For what? For failing her? Tae-min frowned. What are you talking about? But before the chairman could answer, the office doors opened. Jung Hae-rin entered. Am I interrupting?
The chairman's face immediately changed. His emotions disappeared. No. Hae-rin smiled. Tae-min, dear, I wanted to ask about Miss Brooks. His eyes sharpened. What about her? She seems lovely. What about her? She should join us for dinner. No. The answer came too quickly. Hae-rin blinked. No? No. How rude. She's busy. She can decide that. No. Tae-min. No. The chairman sighed. Stop arguing. But Hae-rin simply smiled. Friday night. Then she left. Tae-min immediately called Nia. Don't come. What? Decline. Why? Just don't. Nia laughed. You sound nervous. I am. Why? Because my stepmother invited you. Okay? No. Okay? Nia. Tae-min. I'm serious. So am I. Please. His voice softened. Please don't. Nia frowned. Why? Because he couldn't explain it. Because every instinct inside him screamed danger. But he had no proof. I don't trust her. Nia went quiet. Okay. Really? Yes. Relief flooded his face. Thank you. Unfortunately, fate had other plans. Friday evening arrived, and while leaving work, Nia received a message, not from Hae-rin, from Chairman Jung himself. Miss Brooks, please come. I wish to speak privately. Regarding Tae-min. Curiosity won. An hour later, Nia entered the estate, but something felt wrong. Too quiet. No servants, no laughter, nothing. And then, the lights went out. Nia froze. What?
Footsteps, heavy footsteps. A hand grabbed her. She screamed, "Let go of me!" A cloth covered her mouth. Darkness. Abscess. When she woke up, she was inside a room she'd never seen before. Her wrists weren't tied, but the door was locked, and someone sat across from her. Hai-rin Jung. The older woman was crying, actually crying. Nia sat upright. "What in the hell is this?" Hai-rin wiped her tears. "Forgive me." "What? Forgive me." "Lady, are you insane? I had no choice." "No choice for what?" Hai-rin looked at her, long and hard. Then she whispered something that made Nia's blood freeze. "You look exactly like your mother." Nia blinked. "What?" She had the same eyes. "My mother?" "Yes." "My mother is in Chicago." "No." Tears rolled down Hai-rin's cheeks. "Not the woman who raised you." Nia stood. "What are you talking about?" "Sit down." "No." "Please, no. You deserve the truth." Nia stared. "What truth?" Hai-rin shook violently. "The truth I've been hiding for 20 years. "Who are you?" "I'm a sinner." "What?" "I destroyed lives." "What are you saying?" Hai-rin groped down, and then she whispered words that shattered Nia's world. "I killed Tae-min's mother." Silence. Complete silence. "No." Nia stepped back. "No." "Yes." "No." "Yes." Nia's voice trembled.
Why? Because I loved his father. No. And because I was weak. No. And because I was selfish. Nia's eyes widened. You poisoned her? No. She overdosed? No. Then what? Hai-rin sobbed. She discovered something. What? She discovered that Tae-min wasn't adopted. Nia froze. What? He was her son. What? And his father wasn't Chairman Jung. Nia stopped breathing. What? She had an affair. No. She begged me to protect him. What? She wanted to leave. No. She wanted to disappear with her child. Hai-rin cried harder, but I was jealous. Nia sat down slowly. Her legs couldn't hold her. No. And then? Hai-rin looked completely broken. She fell. What? She fell. From where? From the stairs. Nia stared. No. She hit her head. No. She was dying. No. And she begged me. Hai-rin sobbed uncontrollably. She begged me to save her son. Nia's voice trembled. And? I promised. And? I lied. And? I let everyone believe she killed herself. Nia covered her mouth. Oh my God. And I've hated myself every day since. Nia's eyes burned. Then why tell me? Because they're back. Who? Hai-rin's face turned pale. The people who really killed her. Nia blinked. What? I didn't murder her. What? I caused her death. What? But I wasn't the one who pushed her. Nia froze. What? There was someone else. Who? Hai-rin's voice shook. He knows you're investigating. Who? He knows about the photograph. Who? And suddenly, bang! The door exploded open. Both women screamed. A masked man entered holding a gun. Hai-rin's face went white. No! The gun pointed directly at Nia, and the masked man smiled. Found you. But before he could pull the trigger, another gunshot rang out. The masked man fell, and standing behind him, breathing heavily, gun in hand, was Jung Tae-min. His face was murderous, and behind him stood Chairman Jung Se-jin. But when Tae-min saw Hai-rin crying beside Nia, and when he noticed the terror in both women's eyes, he realized something horrifying. Neither of them expected the attack, which meant one thing. Someone else, someone none of them had suspected, was pulling the strings, and whoever it was had just declared war. The masked man hit the floor with a sickening thud. Smoke still rose from Tae-min's gun. His chest heaved violently. Nia!
He rushed forward and grabbed her shoulders. "Are you hurt?" Nia could barely breathe. Tae-min, his hands shook. "Are you hurt?" "No. Tell me. I'm okay." He immediately pulled her into his arms, so tightly she almost lost her breath. And for the second time in months, Jung Tae-min looked absolutely terrified. Chairman Jung Se-jin stared at the dead attacker, then at Hai-rin, then back at the man. His face slowly turned pale. "No." Everyone turned toward him. "No." His voice trembled. "No." Tae-min frowned. "Father?" The chairman staggered backward. "No." Hai-rin looked horrified. "Se-jin, no." He pointed at the dead man's face.
That's impossible. Tae-min looked confused. You know him? The chairman's entire body trembled. I buried him. Silence. What? I buried him 20 years ago. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. What are you talking about? Tae-min whispered. The chairman looked like he'd seen a ghost. That man, his voice cracked, that man was my secretary. Nia's eyes widened. 20 years ago? Yes. But he disappeared after your mother's death. Tae-min froze. What? I thought he was dead. Suddenly, Hai-rin burst into tears. You know! Chairman Jung spun toward her. You knew? She sobbed. I thought he died. You knew? He worked for my father. Tae-min stared between them. What is happening? But before anyone could answer, the dying man started laughing. Blood spilled from his mouth, yet he smiled, and the sound chilled everyone. You people, he coughed, you people are still fools. Tae-min rushed forward. Who sent you? The man laughed again. You still don't know? Who sent you? The man smiled. Him. Who? The man looked directly at Chairman Jung. Your son. Silence. Complete silence. Chairman Jung's eyes widened. No. Yes. No. He's coming. The man's smile widened. He's finally coming home. And then he died. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Tae-min slowly turned toward his father. What son? Chairman Jung's face had gone completely white. There's no son. Father, there's no son. Hai-rin broke down. Yes, there is. Everyone looked at her. Chairman Jung stared in disbelief. Hai-rin, there is? No. Yes. No. You have a son. The chairman staggered backward. No. You have a son. Tae-min looked like the world had stopped. What? Hai-rin sobbed uncontrollably. My son! Everyone froze. What? My son! Chairman Jung collapsed into a chair. No! You thought he died! No! But he didn't. What? I lied. The old man stared. You lied? I was pregnant 25 years ago. Before she married Chairman Jung, before Tae-min's mother died, before everything. I had your child. Tears flowed endlessly. But your father separated us. The chairman looked stunned. What? He sent me away. And after years, I came back with our son. Chairman Jung's eyes widened. No, but he disappeared. What? He was kidnapped. By who? I never knew. She broke down again. I searched for 20 years. And then, she smiled sadly, 6 months ago, he found me. Tae-min stood frozen. Who? Hai-rin whispered. Jun Ji-hun. The name echoed through the room. And suddenly, clap, clap, clap. Everyone turned. A handsome young man stood in the doorway, 30 years old, elegant, smiling, perfect. He slowly applauded. Beautiful. Hai-rin gasped. Ji-hun! He smiled. Mother. Chairman Jung stood. No. Yes. Ji-hun smiled.
"Hello, father." Silence. Tae-min stared. Something about the man's smile felt wrong, very wrong. And then Ji-hun looked directly at him. His smile widened. "Brother." Tae-min's blood ran cold. "Brother?" Ji-hun laughed. "No." He shook his head. "Not brother. Enemy." Security agents rushed inside, but Ji-hun calmly raised his hand. "Relax." He smiled. "I didn't come to kill anyone." His eyes moved to Nia, especially Nia, and suddenly his smile disappeared. "You." Nia frowned. "Me?" His eyes darkened. "No. No." His voice became a whisper. "Impossible." Tae-min immediately stepped in front of her. "Stay away from her." But Ji-hun ignored her. He walked closer. Closer. Then tears filled his eyes. "No," he whispered. "No." Everyone watched in confusion. "Who are you?" Nia asked. Ji-hun stared, then suddenly laughed. Actually laughed. "Oh my God!" He looked at Hyrin. "Mother, she looks exactly like Aunt Sora." Hyrin gasped. "What?" Nia froze. "Aunt?" Ji-hun smiled sadly. "She doesn't know?" Nobody moved. "She doesn't know?" "Hyrin," Chairman Jung whispered. "What is he talking about?" Ji-hun laughed again. "You people are all in lies." Then he looked directly at Nia. "Your mother," he smiled softly, "wasn't abandoned." Nia stopped breathing.
What? She spent 20 years looking for you. What? And she died believing you hated her. Tears rolled down Ji-hun's face. She was my aunt. No. She loved you. No. She never stopped searching. Nia burst into tears. No. She died 2 years ago. Everything shattered. No. 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 Tae-min immediately held her. Nia. No. She cried against his chest. No. And Ji-hun's expression softened. Completely. For the first time, he looked human. Not angry, not evil. Broken. "I wasn't trying to hurt you." Everyone stared. "What?" Tae-min asked. Ji-hun smiled bitterly. "I wanted answers. Then why all this?" "Because I thought father abandoned us." He laughed painfully. "I thought you stole everything." He looked at Tae-min. "The company, the family, the love." Tae-min stared. "I didn't even know you existed." "I know." Ji-hun smiled sadly. "Now I know." Chairman Jung slowly approached. "Ji-hun." The young man looked at him. Tears filled the old man's eyes. "My son." Ji-hun froze. "My son." For 20 years, nobody had called him that. "My son." Ji-hun burst into tears. And suddenly, father and son embraced. Hyrin collapsed to her knees, crying, and Tae-min simply stood there, watching, smiling, because for the first time, nobody was fighting, nobody was dying, nobody was hiding. Everything was finally over. 6 months later, "Stop moving," Nia laughed. "I dislike this tie. You've said that 12 times. It's strangling me. It's a tie. It's attempted murder." Nia laughed. "You're dramatic. You infected me. You love me." "Yes." He answered so quickly that she froze, then smiled. "Say it again." "No." "Tae-min." "No." "Say it." He sighed, then smiled. "I love you." "And?" "And what?" "Say my name." "Nia." "Again." "Nia." "Again." He smiled. "My wife." Her eyes widened. "What?" He got down on one knee. Inside their apartment. No cameras, no reporters. Just them. "My wife." He held up the ring. "You promised you wouldn't leave me." Tears filled her eyes. "And?" "So?"
Stay. Tae-min. Forever. She laughed through tears. That's not a proposal. Yes, it is. No speech? I love you. No poetry? I love you. No dramatic line? I love you. She laughed. You really are terrible at this. And? Yes. He blinked. Yes? Yes. He froze, then smiled. That beautiful smile she fell in love with. And as he slipped the ring on her finger, he kissed her gently. Thank you, he whispered. For what? For finding me. She smiled. No. She touched his face softly. For letting yourself be found. And somewhere beyond all the lies, betrayals, and 20 years of pain, love finally won. And neither of them would ever be lonely again.